everything you care about in a backpack and then set it on fire. Today we are talking about 2009's Up in the Air. Up in the Air is about some guy, and he's played by George Clooney, and he spends his entire life on airplanes, and he doesn't have friends, and he doesn't talk to his family, and he's just your typical loner in the skies until he winds up working with Natalie Keener, Anna Kendrick, and he realizes how boring his life truly is, because he may think that he travels everywhere and he has a fun life, but ultimately he spends his life in hotel rooms and airplanes, and he fires people for a living, and it's really boring and empty and only has one potential outcome: his dying and biodegrading alone in either an apartment or his hotel. Strike that, reverse it. I love this movie because it was very relevant at the time. In 2009, people were getting fired from their jobs left and right because it was right after the recession and it was just a hot mess. And I really feel like this movie was an accurate representation of what was going on in the country job-wise. Beneath that, there is just a really touching story about how getting sucked into your work can really just ruin you and just leave you a lonely, pathetic mess who needs to have a 20-year-old tell him how terrible his life actually is. Obviously, George Clooney is gorgeous, and he plays this role just so well, like just an ignorant old man who doesn't want to accept the fact that his life is not great, because he thinks it's okay, because he thinks he's doing okay, but he's afraid to look beneath the surface of his success and see that he is alone. It's just really emotional. It's a really moving, funny, sweet story. It's by Jason Reitman, the same bastard that did Juno, so you know that we're gonna get tears and laughs out of this film. There is a big spoiler at the end that I will not reveal. Vera Farmiga just stabs you right in the face, literally, figuratively, because this isn't Bates Motel. It's beautiful. The first 3 minutes are some of the most beautiful landscape shots I have ever seen put to film. This movie is also very big for me because it was my first R-rated film in theaters.
I snuck into it when I was 17, and I didn't get ID'd, and there's a lot of wonderful memories that go along with this movie because the same day,
My dear pal Carrie, whose house I am sitting in, thought she fractured and or broke her ankle. It was wintertime and she was on the side of the road. She had fallen over, and our friend Alex and I were driving to pick her up, and she was on the street just lying down. And then we're like, we're late for the movie. So we sped off to the movie theater. We thought we were gonna have to have an alibi so we could sneak into the movie because we thought we were gonna be ID'd. So we asked for tickets to This Is It, Michael Jackson's movie. And they told us it was sold out. And I said, oh, can I just have one for Up in the Air then? And they said, yeah. And it was just overwhelming. And then we ran into the movie theater and Carrie's like, I have to go get ice from the concession stand. She nearly broke her ankle, and then she had problems with it afterwards, and it's really not funny. But if you were there, it would have been hilarious. You would have been choking back your laughter in the same way I am failing to do now. More than the beautiful movie, I've got beautiful associations with it, and just truly hilarious memories from high school. Ultimately, it's a great movie. Check it out. It's really fun, really heartfelt, very beautiful.
They had put a fart machine into my sleeping bag.